This is an instructional video on how to assemble and attach your lifting tower kit. To ensure sufficient anchorage is provided for the hinges, winching and tie-offs are the responsibility of the installer. All decking but the first section closest to the dock must be removed prior to hoisting the dock. Tools needed to install the towers, brackets, and spreaders are two 9/16 wrenches, a 7/16 wrench, pliers to tighten the shackles, and a knife to open the packaging. You will receive a tower kit and a hardware kit box. Your tower kit will include 2 towers, 2 tower mounting brackets, 1 tower spreader, and 1 cable spreader. In the hardware box, you will receive the following: 1 lifting hinge kit, 1 bag of hardware, 3 bungee straps, a bag of rope, 1 hand winch, and 3 18-foot cables. If your dock is 32 feet, you will receive 2 25-foot cables instead of 18-foot cables. If it's 40 feet, you will receive 2 33-foot cables instead of 18-foot cables. Mount your hinges on your anchoring point, making sure they are level and the spigots line up with the top rails of your dock. Attach the spigots to the top rail of your dock. Use the 2-inch carriage bolts with the acorn nuts. Tighten bolts down with a 7/16 wrench. Complete on both sides. With a washer on your 6-inch pin, guide it through the hinge and spigot with 2 spacers on each side. Put the second washer on the opposite side of the lifting hinge and secure the pin with a hitch pin provided in your kit. Repeat process on both sides. With the 2 tower brackets, 1/4-inch carriage bolts, and flange lock nuts. Find the 3rd bay for 16-foot docks and the 6th bay for 24, 32, and 40-foot docks. This lift kit is designed for modular Fendocks. Unit construction docks will require drilling. The exact location is detailed in your instruction manual. Mount the brackets to the rail, with the flange pointing up and flat against the top rail. Tighten down the carriage bolts. With the tower spreader bar, 2 carriage bolts, and flange nuts, mount the spreader to the tower brackets, making sure the flange is facing the shore side of the dock. Take out your cable spreader and 2 5/16 shackles out of the hardware bag. At the vertical cross braces that are mounted next to your leg retainers on the lake end of your dock, remove the nuts and bolts on the bottom rail of your trusses to mount the cable spreader bar. With the flange of the spreader bar facing the shore side of the dock, attach the spreader with a carriage bolt. Sandwiching the bottom rail with the vertical cross brace and spreader. Tighten the nuts. Repeat the process on the other side of the spreader. Attach the shackles to the spacer inside the bottom rail. The shackle is to connect the cable to the tower. Repeat process on other side of the spreader. Set the 2 towers in a wishbone pattern with the open end resting on the lake end spreaders. Feed the 2.5-inch hex head bolt through the hole 6 inches away from the end, sandwiching the washer in between the tower and the bracket, fastening it all down with a nylock nut. Repeat on other side. With a 4 3/4-inch hex bolt and spacer, connect the top of the tower through the hole closest to the end, with the 3 cables in between them. Making sure the cable that goes to the shore end is in the middle of the 2 other cables. Tighten it all down with a nylock nut. Attach the cable on the left side of the tower to the left bottom shackle. Attach the cable on the right side of the tower to the right bottom shackle. When lifting up the dock, assure the tower is past 90 degrees. Assure the lake end cable is hoisting up the dock from the center. Hoist the dock so your shore end legs are completely out of the water, or any risk of potential ice buildup. Making sure to retract the legs. To prevent wind sway, tie off the hoisted dock diagonally in 2 directions to stakes or other secure features. When the tower is retracted below the installed decking, organize and secure the loose cables with bungee straps to prevent entanglement and underwater hazards. This concludes our instructional presentation on the proper procedures for installing a lifting tower. We trust that the guidance provided has been both informative and beneficial. Should you have any further questions or require additional assistance, please do not hesitate to contact us at 1-888-336-3625. Thank you for watching.